Hey, I'm Molly Sims.
And I'm Emese Gormley. We're two girls obsessed with one thing, beauty.
And by that, we mean everything that makes you look
And feel
beautiful.
We're calling on our favorite health experts, industry insiders, and friends to answer all your beauty questions.
With a drink in hand.
Definitely with a drink in hand.
You're listening to Lipstick on the Rim with Molly Sims. We're so excited. Today's a little bit of extra fun because we have someone who also lives and breathes beauty the same way we do.
She's a podcast host and beauty obsessive in the absolute best way.
In the best way. But she is the chief content officer at Refinery29. She is the founder of the Naked Beauty podcast. Brooke DeVard, welcome to Lipstick on the Rim. We're so happy to have you.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here. And I'm so excited to be in conversation with other beauty podcasters. This is very rare.
This is very rare.
Very rare.
There aren't that many of us.
Actually, Brooke won the iHeart Best Beauty and Wellness podcast after us in 2025. Last year, we won in 2024. And we're actually both nominated again this year. Look,
So we're thrilled if you win.
Yeah, we're thrilled as well.
Listen, if I start an affair with one of you, we can have a heated rivalry level drama behind the scenes.
You're an incredible, outspoken podcast host. You have great taste. You know, when she walks in, she's in these amazing chocolate brown, dark corduroy pants.
Did you see her Bottega bag?
Her Bottega, that's the Bottega I was telling you
so
about.
good.
With like a slightly croc PV boots with like just a turtleneck black with a great belt.
And then her
Always
skin is
super
just
chic.
glowing, which we
Thank
can't.
you so
Thank
much.
God we're going to talk about beauty because I want to
Yes.
know all your secrets.
Yes, thank you. And both of you have great skin and great style.
You have said you see beauty, fashion, and wellness as a way to express yourself, not a utility. What does that actually mean in your everyday life?
Yeah, I think so often beauty is seen as performance, right? I have to look a certain way so that I can be in this room. I have to present a certain way so that I'm accepted. And I think once you start to see beauty as self-expression, it becomes so much more empowering. So it's not about looking a certain way. It's like, how do I want to feel? There are so many times where I do a specific beauty treatment or practice just for myself. I'll be at home alone and put on fragrance because it makes me feel a certain way.
You guys could be best friends too.
Literally, I put fragrance on every day.
Yes. Sometimes I even put fragrance on like before bed.
Me too.
Yes.
I thought I was the
She
only
loves-
person that does that.
Yeah.
I love when I can like smell it on my pillow the next day.
Exactly.
I don't. I feel like I'm going to vomit before I go to bed. But she loves every now and then when we're together in a hotel room, she'll slightly go, like I can just like a little swoosh I can hear.
It just makes me feel good.
Yeah. And
It's a mood boost.
It's a mood boost. Exactly. And I think that beauty is mood setting a lot of times. You know, it's like you want to do your makeup in a certain way to evoke a certain mood, not necessarily because you are correcting something or you feel like you have to show up a certain way.
No, I think we always say, I mean, this comes from Big Mama, but when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you look good.
Yes.
So it
We're
all
just
comes
saying,
back.
you know, everybody's like, I want to lose 5 pounds or I want to lose 10 pounds. And now those women have actually lost the 5 or 10 pounds. They're still not happy.
Absolutely.
Because they don't feel good in their body. Because it takes a lot to get a product for you to talk about, which we want to talk about, like how you kind of personally test a product. But it's hard.
It is hard. I think listen, I think we're all three of us are very lucky to get to try products, treatments. So my question for you is, you get to try all of these things. What turns something into an actual ritual or daily use for you? Or daily treatment or weekly, whatever.
For me, so it's interesting. I've noticed that when I have all of my products on the shelf, the things that I just instinctively reach for, it's almost like your body knows. Your body knows what your skin likes. And I find that there are certain products that I instinctively reach for over and over and over again. And those are the products that I actually love. It may not be the one in the most beautiful packaging. It may not be the most expensive product, but I find that they're just those products that you gravitate towards, and those are the products that are meant to become part of your routine.
Being a mom, have those products changed?
Oof, I don't think the products have changed. I will tell you what has changed since being a mom. This idea of like a 5-minute face or a 10-minute face, I no longer put a premium on that. Give me an hour to get ready and a cocktail and a good playlist. My thing is I put on Sex and the City.
Love.
I want the kids far away. Like, please don't even talk to me. My husband, please don't talk to me. I want time to get ready. Like that to me helps me enjoy the night. the more time I get to spend getting ready, the better the night's going to be.
You know, I have to say,
I love that.
I'm spending a little bit longer. You know, sometimes I get my hair and makeup done, and so I'm not really in charge of it. But like when I am in charge of it, I did this at Super Bowl, and I took my time.
It's nice.
I have a cocktail. If I'm going out, I have a cocktail.
Yes,
I didn't have a cocktail. I just got my nails done in my room, but like it took me like a good 45 minutes. Like it was nice.
It's nice. It's nice. And I think I used to be in that kind of like, okay, what's my quick 5-minute phase? And it's like, actually, it's really nice to take your time. And maybe it's because as a mom, I have so little time that when I do have the luxury of time, I really want to like live in it.
Enjoy it.
Exactly.
So you're a full-time beauty wellness podcast host, but you are Chief Creative Officer at Refinery29.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about, because that's super exciting.
Yes. Chief Content Officer. Refinery29 just celebrated 20 years. So
Crazy.
I know, it's amazing. And I can remember Refinery29 and how meaningful all of their stories were. They've always stood for highlighting marginalized communities, telling the stories of women that often don't get the limelight. And so I've been taking all of my experience working mostly across tech and entertainment. I was at Instagram for many years to think about how do we evolve those stories for the way we consume today, right? It may not only be on .com, it may be on Instagram, it may be on TikTok, it may be long form content on YouTube, but how do we still tell stories about women and that center women and serve our audience? So it's been wonderful.
I just love, they've always been unique in their storytelling and their point of view. And to your point, not just what always gets airtime.
Yes.
I love that. I love how they speak about beauty. I do love that, you know, what's trending, right? They're very up on pop culture. They're very up on trends, but it always comes from a very good rooted place.
Oh, yeah.
I think it also always, to me, served as the first official bridge from print media to digital. They were kind of the first. Like I was working in PR for years. I mean, for truly like 20 years plus. And it was the first online publication that was always like a score, editorially speaking, from a PR perspective to get. Like it was, they were the bridge to digital.
Yeah, absolutely. Very much pioneers and things that we don't even think about anymore, like street style. Like no one was just capturing what regular New Yorkers were wearing on the street. So we've been thinking a lot about how do we evolve those franchises and continue to tell stories in new ways.
If you felt stuck trying to lose weight, you're not alone. And I mean that. Between diets, workouts, and a million different options, it's hard to know what actually works. That's why I want to tell you about Weight Loss by Hers. Hers now offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications, including the Wegovy pill and the Wegovy pen. And with Wegovy at Hers, you can lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise. It helps regulate your appetite, helps you eat less, and helps you actually keep the weight off. Plus, no needles needed with the pill option. Everything is 100% online. You connect with a licensed provider who determines if treatment is right for you, and if prescribed, your medication is delivered straight to your door. No insurance necessary, and it doesn't stop there. You get 24/7 messaging with your care team, plus in-app recipes, meal plans, fitness videos, and more. Ready to reach your goals? Visit forhers.com/lipstick. That's FORHERS.com/lipstick. Weight Loss by Hers is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is the registered trademark of Novo Nordisk AS. To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information and restrictions, visit forhers.com.
There's this thing that happens every time I work high. Someone stops me at the grocery store, at dinner, just walking by on the street, and says, I have to know what you're wearing. Every single time. It's just that kind of a scent. A light gardenia with white exotics, fresh and a little tropical, and it hits in the best way without ever being too much. Harper's Bazaar named it one of the best fragrances of all time, and Allure gave it best light scent. Beauty editors have been obsessed with it for years, and honestly, I completely get it now. It's vegan, made with natural botanicals, paraben and sulfate-free, cruelty-free, and it's built so you can layer across the whole line: fragrance, bath, body, and home. The perfume oil is my personal everyday go-to. But I've also been enjoying the Reed diffuser at home, and my whole house smells incredible. It's one of those brands that just becomes part of your life. If you want that what are you wearing kind of scent, go to kaifragrance.com and use code LIPSTICK for 15% off your purchase. That's code LIPSTICK for 15% off.
I've talked about my hair journey. I used to think more shampoo meant cleaner hair. Turns out I had it completely backwards. Most shampoos are loaded with harsh detergents that strip your scalp of its natural protective oils, and your scalp responds the only way it knows how, by overproducing oil to compensate. So you wash more, it gets greasier faster, and you're stuck in this wash, grease, repeat cycle forever. That's why I switched to Hair Story's New Wash, and honestly, it changed everything. New Wash is not just a shampoo. It's a detergent-free cleansing cream made with gentle, natural ingredients that actually work with your scalp instead of against it. It cleans your hair without stripping it, so your scalp stops overproducing oil. Your ends stop drying out, and you're not scrambling to reset your hair every other day. It replaces your shampoo and conditioner in one step, saving you time and money every single wash. What I personally love is how effortless it made everything. My hair air dries better, it feels softer and healthier, and I'm going so much longer between washes. If you want to take it further, pair it with their pre-wash, a prebiotic scalp rinse that breaks down buildup and balances your scalp before you cleanse. Head to hairstory.com/lipstick and use code LIPSTICK for 15% off your first order.
Let's start with wellness.
Okay.
We're 2026. Where are we in terms of what women want to do for wellness?
What do I want to do for wellness? Or what do you think women want? What do I think women want to do? So, Molly, you know, because we talked about it when you were on Naked Beauty, but I was diagnosed with Graves' disease, which was kind of this like bombshell diagnosis. To give your listeners more background, I was just feeling really not at home in my body. My heart rate was going really fast. My hands would be shaking. I was sweating all the time. It was, I was just 100% sure that something was wrong and I needed to get to the bottom of it. So for me, 2026, getting that diagnosis at the end of last year is all about like feeling good, getting my labs into a good place. People talk about wanting to be a certain size. I'm like, I just want my blood work to turn out well. Like that would be a win for me. So I'm very much.
I love your story because she did not give up. And that's what we always talk about, advocate for you, advocate for your family, advocate for your health. And look, you were kind of in a deep, dark place. Like you were saying, you were plummeting like within just your body.
Exactly. So getting to the bottom of that and getting on top of that is, I think, one of my biggest wellness priorities. In terms of what I think women want in general, I think they want something that's sustainable, right? We're just so bombarded with consumerism and messages of the new thing you have to add into your routine. And like, who has time to wade through all of the research about what works and what doesn't work? I think people want things that they can sustain long term and that make them feel good, that aren't things that they have to chase or remember to do. If you have to remember to do it, it's not a part of your ritual, you know?
I do love rituals.
Yeah.
And again, they can be reading right before you go to bed.
Or a bath, like
drinking, hot lemon water in the morning before you have coffee. I mean, it doesn't matter, but I do think the ones that you're going to be consistent with, that's kind of the easier ones.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, beauty. Are we getting treatments? What are we doing? What are we loving?
So treatments wise, I have not delved into a lot of like injectables or Botox, but I'm open to it. So whenever I tell people like, oh, I haven't done Botox,
you don't need Botox.
You don't need anything.
Thank you so much. But I'm open to it. I've done PRFM, but I only did it once. Which I did PRFM. Okay. I hear you have to do it multiple times.
I did PRFM with microneedling.
Okay.
With the Morpheus. It was good for my skin.
I mean, your skin looks great. Did you feel like you saw an immediate difference after one treatment?
I did 2.
Okay.
But I did the PRFM just with the last one.
Okay. Yeah. I did one treatment and apparently you have to continue to do it to really see a big difference. And then things for like chemical peels and there's so much downtime and I'm like, I don't have.
Yeah. We don't have downtime.
You don't have it. You've got 2 kids. You're busy. You're running a company. You're running another company.
I can't with all of those like different treatments. I think I probably spend a lot of time getting my hair braided. That takes like 2 days.
Yeah. Does it really? It's so her hair is like
Thank you.
Gorgeous, long.
Yes, I've got waist length micro braids.
And how long will that last?
So 2 months.
Okay.
Oh,
2 months. But I just signed a brand partnership with a brand that needs me to wash my hair and I have to take my braids out. So I'm like, I've got to take them out early. But it's a good partnership, and I'm excited about it.
And your hair is amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to do a little top shelf, quick run through.
I'm so ready.
Cleanser you swear by.
Ooh, okay. I love the Vintner's Daughter Cleanser. Have you all tried that one?
It's really good.
It's really good. It's almost like a double cleanser and a single cleanser.
serum you consistently repurchase?
The Ranavat Saffron Serum.
Oh, okay. What about a moisturizer you reach for when your skin feels off?
I love the Wise moisturizer.
Extremely rich. It's so good.
It's so good. It has a great just like texture to it, and
the ceramides. It goes on thin, but it acts thick. SPF you love wearing?
Boring answer, but very accessible. There's a La Roche-Posay.
Yeah,
I think it's the Mela B that works to combat hyperpigmentation.
Oh,
easy,
that's a good one.
Perfect.
What about an extra step that you'll never give up?
Ooh, that's such a good question. I'm a double cleansing girl. Like
you are. We are not. We're not.
Really? See, I feel like to get your makeup off,
well,
you have to have, like, especially if you're wearing mascara or any eye makeup.
What's a good makeup remover for mascara?
So I do an oil cleanser. Yeah. I like the Shiseido cleansing oil.
I used to use
that. I literally just talked about it with my team.
See?
I'm not going to lie. It's a little bit expensive, but you get a big bottle. Now they have like 3 or 4 or 5 cleansing oils, depending on if you have hyperpigmentation, if you have acne. I love a cleansing oil.
Yeah. And then
That's an oldie but goodie.
Yes. And then I follow it up with another cleanser. But I think just, sunscreen, mascara, washing my face once just doesn't feel like quite enough. So I feel like I'm always going to be a double cleanser.
Do you love any type of wipe? Do you use any type of wipes?
Well, I've tried your exfoliating pads, which I really love. And they're unlike any exfoliating pad I've used because they have that like beautiful cushion to them.
In the pocket.
Yeah,
yes.
the pocket.
Yes. Kind of a finger pocket.
But I also love the Clean Skin Club, just like cloths. I feel like that's a good thing to have on hand in your bathroom.
What's a cult favorite product that didn't work out for you?
Ooh, okay. So I talk to people a lot about fragrance. I developed a fragrance in 2023, the Naked Beauty fragrance. And so I've spent a lot of time talking to people about their favorite fragrances. And I just kept hearing how much people loved Frederic Mall's Portrait of a Lady. Mm-hmm. It's this very sophisticated, very kind of luxurious, rich fragrance. And I tried it on, I sprayed it on, tested it. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy this. And it's just really not for me. It's a heavy cloud of...
It's very heavy.
It's very heavy.
The notes are heavy. It feels heavy. It's beautiful.
It's pretty, but it's
on
not for me. Yeah, it's the rose and the patchouli.
I agree with you.
Feels a little overwhelming for me.
I totally agree.
But it's just a good reminder about how personal fragrance is.
Yep.
She's obsessed with fragrance.
Obsessed with fragrance.
I just gave her a new fragrance from Henry Rose, London 1983.
Yes, that's a beautiful one.
It's a beautiful one.
Yeah.
The travel.
Yeah, it's so good.
But yeah, I think it's also been interesting learning about, again, this fragrance category. My fragrance is a clean fragrance, so it's sold at Credo Beauty. People are always looking for fragrance recommendations, but I really think you can't trust other people's recommendations. You really have to try it for yourself, smell it for yourself. So anytime I hear like discussion about a viral fragrance, I'm like, I can't. It's got to be a personal choice.
Yeah. You have to know the notes that work for you too.
Yes, that's it. And I love, like, my fragrance is neroli, green tea, sandalwood. I love neroli. Anything with neroli, like, sign me up.
Yeah, I love sandalwood.
I love sandalwood too.
I love musk. I love Ambroxan.
Yes, so clean, that kind of like laundry scent.
Ambroxan is one of my favorite ingredients.
So do you also like Iso E Super? Because that gives that same kind of clean.
I don't know that.
Yeah, it's in like Eccentric Molecules, if you know that fragrance.
Yes, I love Eccentric Molecules.
Okay, you're going to love the Naked Beauty fragrance. I'm going to send it to you.
Oh, please.
I'm
going to send it to both of you.
We'll buy it. We'll support you.
I love it.
What do you think the beauty industry overcomplicates the most right now?
There's so much they overcomplicate. I mean, I think when it comes to skincare, especially, I hear from so many people that feel so overwhelmed because there's this kind of marketing narrative that your skin is something that is never going to quite be where it needs to be. And it's just this continual project. And there's like this quest for perfect skin that you have to kind of always be on. And really what you need is consistency. Just like stick to the products that worked for you and use those consistently, and then you'll see results. So I think people feel really overwhelmed and confused by this idea that you always need to layer in a new product, or even, to be quite honest, that you have to change your products dramatically from season to season. This idea of like, okay, now we're moving into spring. I mean, of course, certain things like maybe it gets a little lighter, and then in the winter things get heavier. But I don't think you need to dramatically overhaul
your whole system.
I think
every quarter.
It's really tricky when it's this toners and the serums and the essence and the, for me, a big like things can't pill. Under. So if I'm layering, especially for Wise Beauty, like I like to layer, so it can't, like it just has to go.
When stuff pills.
I hate when stuff pills. I also, I don't give as much credit, but micellar water for makeup remover is always a good.
I always have the Bioderma face wipes.
I love those too.
Those are great.
Yeah.
They're just
Clinique has some purple wipes that I bought.
Oh, really?
And they're really good. What's something consumers are spending way too much on?
Ooh, something consumers are spending too much money on? That's such a good question. I would say just like a new thing all the time. I can't think of it's hard to say a product category that's overpriced because
I think people are doing, I think the supplement world has gotten crazy.
But I also think hyaluronic acid. I think there's like some hyaluronic acids that are outrageously expensive.
I mean,
and
they're like $350 and you're like, there's no way hyaluronic drops are that expensive.
So one of my favorite hyaluronic acids is from Dr. Barbara Sturm. I think it's like around $110, and people will routinely say that that's like extremely overpriced. But for me, it works and like it makes my skin happy. So again, it's hard to say. Well, and then to your point about supplements, I love like magnesium at night. I feel like it helps me sleep so well.
We're gonna run a magnesium brand because as much as I've never met more women talk about
magnesium
in the past 6 months, and I used to talk about it a year or two ago, but now it is. From ingesting it, supplements, powders, baths. A candle.
And it just makes me feel better. So it's hard for me to say like what's overpriced because I feel like you can find value in every product category.
I agree with that.
Okay, I'm going to go back to your makeup. What's an everyday base you like? It can be a skin tint, a foundation.
Ooh, I love the House Labs foundation. Have you all tried that?
Yeah, I do like it. I actually like her concealer as well.
The concealer's beautiful.
Her blush, the cloud.
I love the
cloud
glossy,
glossy
the
cloud.
glossy balm.
Oh yes,
it's like
beautiful formulations.
Glassy. I think it's called glassy.
Yeah, it's
glassy skin.
So
it's like a stick.
Yeah,
it's a really pretty blush.
It's one of those, celebrity brands get trampled through the mud. No one trusts the celebrity brand, but House Labs has really impressed me.
I agree.
Mascara, you're loyal to.
I like the Thrive Cosmetics mascara.
Everybody loves that
Everybody
one.
loves that
Yes.
one.
That's a cult favorite.
But you know a new thing that I've discovered that I'm obsessed with? Magnetic lashes. I order them from this Japanese company called Wasato. And you quite simply just clamp them onto your lash. No glue, no nothing. And then you just take them off and then you put them back in their little case.
Really?
A game changer.
Toby Fleischman, my makeup artist, started using a new lash. I'm going to find out if that's it. But she does a tool. She just presses it down.
Tool.
But there's no glue.
No glue. There are these little micro magnets on the lash strip. Leave it to the Japanese to innovate. But
beautiful, feathery.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Yes.
What about a lip gloss? What's your favorite lip gloss?
Ooh, right now I'm wearing the Say Beauty lip gloss that I think is really nice.
Yeah, I love their lip glosses.
Yeah.
Me too.
I just have a constant rotation of lip glosses in my bag. What do you guys like for lip gloss?
Okay,
I'm wearing the Wise.
I'm wearing It Girl right now, but I'm also wearing Summer Fridays. It's called Rosette. It's like a beautiful rose pink, but
Lip
it's almost
stain.
like felt like a watercolor stain.
Oh, beautiful.
Like if you think Benefit, like in like a pen.
Yeah, interesting.
It's really pretty from Summer Fridays.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
I love Nudist from Jones Road.
Okay.
It's just like a great nude spice. Say has also a beautiful
Bounce is the one I like from
Bounce
Say.
is really good.
Have you tried the Edam balms?
I love the Edam.
I love Eden.
So good.
I love my Fash Me Late from Wise Beauty. I love, there was one, there's such a good color. It's like a black honey, but it's from Edam. I think it's it's their choo choo balm, but it's more of the kind of
Is it the mochi? Is it the boba?
It's the boba.
Okay.
It's really good.
All of their colors are
Some
so
sort
good.
of Asian dessert. It's like, is it a boba, a mochi? Yes.
I think I love them. What else in terms of lip?
I'm trying to think what
I
I've
still
been
love
using.
a good Chanel red.
Okay.
Like,
Classic.
Classic.
I love their cocoa bombs, the Chanel cocoa, because they're like a hybrid gloss bomb. They go on like a lipstick, but they give you shine like a gloss.
Love
you know
it.
what I bought because of Margot Robbie? Patty Dubrov. I bought that.
That's what I have on right here.
The Moonbeam from Chanel.
I just heard her talking about that for her
It
Wuthering
is so
Heights
good.
makeup.
I don't think I have it. Did she talk about it for Wuthering Heights?
She talked about it, yes.
She was on a few weeks ago and she was like, "You've got to get this Moonbeam." And I went when I got your Christmas present. I went to Chanel and I got two like
The bombs are so good. It's
highlighter.
literally what I have on my cheek. I think they just
It looks
add such a
beautiful.
nice glow without it being glittery.
Balm Essential, yeah, and like a moonbeam. It's really pretty.
Okay.
You can just kind of put over the layer, like your eye. Okay, I have to tell you about 2 things that have genuinely changed my mornings. I've been using Ancient and Brave every single day, and I genuinely look forward to it, which if you know me, says a lot. They've been huge in the UK for years and just launched in the US, and I'm so glad they did. The first is their True Creatine Plus, which has been such a revelation. Women store far less creatine than men, so supplementing it makes a real difference. And with added magnesium, vitamin D, and taurine, it supports energy and brain function. I take it daily, no gym required. I stack it with their best-selling True Collagen. It's neutral in taste, dissolves in anything, coffee, smoothie, water. It supports skin elasticity and hydration from the inside out. It's made with clinically studied hydrolyzed collagen peptides. Ancient and Brave is also certified B Corp and a member of 1% for the Planet, so every purchase supports real environmental causes. I love that so much. Go to ancientandbrave.com/planet. So that's ancientandbrave.com/planet and use code lipstick for $10 off any purchase. Go to ancientandbrave.com/planet and use the code lipstick for $10 off any purchase. I promise you guys, you're going to love it. Let's talk in-office treatments. Do you like facials, lasers? Like, what do you see that you're women, that you run a massive media? What are they loving?
So it's so interesting. I was just talking to our beauty director, Jackie, and she did masseter Botox like in her jaw, but she had some unexpected jowling, which she's writing about for the site because she's like, everyone talks about masseter Botox as this kind of like must get treatment, but there were some side effects that I didn't anticipate. So I also think that we're going to see more of that, like people de-influencing certain treatments.
Yeah, we talk about that.
And I don't know if you've seen this discussion that people are having about keep your lower bleph. Have you seen this? There's a whole thing about how everyone's going out and getting blepharoplasties.
I had my lower bleph.
Okay. So
10 years.
I'll tell you the this kind of viral TikTok and the conversation around it, and then I want to hear your experience. But there's this idea that actually like having some, baggage under the eyes is like very cool. We don't have to like always chase perfection. It's very like French girl chic. Like you've been up all night partying, and you don't have to like rush and like fix it just because it's become the popular thing to do. That being said, whatever you want to fix, and I'm putting fix in quotes, go do.
For me, it was not about perfection.
It was a genetic.
It
10
was,
years. I mean, she had it.
It aged me. It really did in a way that bothered me, and I tried everything. I didn't do filler because everyone my derm in New York was like, no way.
Yeah.
Like it's not a thing to
and
do.
it was a pocket. And
I had 3 when I went to the surgeon in the summer. I did it before. I mean, I committed to it before. It just feels like it kind of exploded overnight. But I booked my surgery in August and I did it at the end of September. And it was the single best thing I ever did for myself.
Wow. I love that.
It really wasn't like
We've never done
plastic surgery on my face. I haven't done plastic surgery, period. I get Botox. I put filler in my face twice, I think. I do my lip and that's it. And it was truly like a game changer for me in that it was no cream, no eye patch was ever going to make me not look like I was exhausted. And that's hard.
She tried.
I tried. And it was all I could see.
And I think it's so good that you say that because I think people do think that cosmetic treatments, topicals can only bring you so far. Sometimes you do need to get a treatment to correct something that's bothering you. So I love that it worked for you.
It bothered her for 10 years.
Yeah.
It was so bad. We were at the Springsteen. My husband produced Bruce Springsteen's Race to Nowhere, his movie. And we were at the premiere and
it was the night before my surgery.
It was the night before her surgery. And I'm like, thank God your eyes look terrible. Because she started saying, well,
I was like, oh God.
You weren't going to back out.
I wasn't going to back out. I'd already put my deposit down. I was not backing out.
But she was starting to get because it's hard. You're going in. Yeah. You're going under for an elective.
But I was also very open about it on social media. I was very much about sharing because some people have said to me, like, I can't believe you're sharing. And I'm like, what am I going to do? Am I going to get up and all of a sudden in 10 days be like, oh my God, my eye cream started working overnight. Or like I used a magic eye patch and now my eyes are...
Wise beauty.
Yeah. Why? I mean, and the thing is that everything I did the best that it could.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it was still a problem.
And she worked so hard every day on it.
Well, that transparency is beautiful, and I think we're seeing more and more of it.
Yeah.
So I think, yes, there's this hunger for transparency, and just real talk. So hearing from people that did it, were reluctant to do it, and loved the results. People that didn't, maybe didn't do as much research, and this is for any cosmetic treatment, and weren't happy with the results, and sharing those stories, I think, is huge.
Well, I think big part of it too, I'm going to just throw this out. There's a PSA for anyone that wants to do it. Go to an ocular plastic surgeon.
Definitely.
I think that like I actually talked to somebody and they were like, well, I went to this person who does boobs, but he also does under eyes. And I was like, not the same. Not the same.
I mean,
Not the
listen,
same.
I'm sure there's, doctors out there who can do more than one thing. I think if it's eyes, you're going to ocular.
Yeah. So,
But I do love a facial treatment. I love Biologique Recherche. I think they do a wonderful facial at their Ambassade location in Melrose. That feels like a nice little treat to myself. I do lymphatic drainage facials as well. That
Who do you love?
feels like her name is Sheila. It's called Sheila's Beauty Center in Beverly Hills. She does a great job. I always feel very snatched and sculpted afterwards.
Your skin is
your skin is
amazing.
glowing.
Thank you. But I love a good facial. That's
Okay,
my
we're gonna-
go-to.
Yeah.
We're going to go through some current beauty and wellness trends. Let us know if it's worth it, harmless but unnecessary, not worth the hype.
Okay, worth it, harmless but unnecessary, not worth the hype. Okay,
Yeah.
I got it.
Lymphatic drainage, facial massage.
You're gonna
Worth
say-
it.
Worth it.
What about hair slugging? I don't even know what that is.
Like putting on a hair mask before you go to bed at night.
Oh,
Yes.
is that hair slugging? Okay.
Yeah, I love that. I think
I was
that's
saying,
really
like,
great.
my daughter and I look like we are doing an episode of Little House on the Prairie. We've started wearing bonnets.
Yeah, oh my gosh. I mean, you're
Girl.
talking to a Black woman.
I love it.
Black women wear bonnets to bed every single night. And I love that it's reaching other communities as I see these videos about the morning shed. And oh my gosh, if you wrap your hair at night, it looks so much better in the morning. So welcome
Thank
to
you.
the community of
I
hair
am
wrappers.
so honored to be a part of
Yes,
it because
yes.
it really does.
It
I
does.
have never, like, my daughter started doing it. I didn't wake up and her ends wouldn't be crimped. And
Right.
she wouldn't be like, because I sweat, sometimes at night, like underneath like the nape of my neck.
It makes a huge difference.
It does.
I
I
need
got
to
my
try.
bonnet on
Yeah.
Amazon and I'm
yeah,
off.
you're gonna, once you add in the heatless rollers, you're going to have a whole system.
Oh, girl,
my
I
God.
used to do that when I was young. Medicube collagen overnight wrapping mask.
I think it's good. I'm going to tell you the one that I think is better. The BioDance mask.
You talked about biodance.
Honestly,
sleep in it?
Yes, you're meant to sleep in it. You have to leave it on for at least, I think they say 3 to 5 hours. So it's opaque, and then by the time you
changes
wake up,
color.
it's clear because everything's absorbed.
But you have to lay on your back.
No, it sticks on. There's, within 30 minutes, it really like adheres to your skin, and it's actually like made of serum. So it's not a sheet that's soaked in something. It's made of serum itself.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I think it's good.
I'm actually curious what your thoughts are on this because I kind of want to get one. A vibration plate.
Not worth it. Absolutely not. I mean, can you really change your body standing still?
I just am curious
Microcurrent.
about it. There's so much out there about it.
No. For the digestion,
Yeah,
circulation.
inflammation.
What's the oldest saying in the book? Like, if it feels too good to be true, it probably is.
Yeah, fair. Okay.
Microcurrent facial massagers.
I do believe in those. I mean, I think NuFace was one of the it was the big thing was that it got FDA approved. They work. You just have to remember to use them.
I know.
Consistency.
Exactly.
Plug it in, charge it, remember to use it.
What
but
about
they do work.
lymphatic drainage facial brushes?
I don't think you need the brush. I think your hands do a great job
Yeah.
of
Or just
draining.
I
literally
do
your
this.
knuckles.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If you have a gua sha on hand, if you have like an ice roller, but your knuckles can do wonders.
Yes.
Skin flooding, so overlayering hydrators.
I think your skin has like a saturation point, and then after that, you're kind of just diluting your skincare. But then also people have different my skin is on the drier side. So what it takes for my skin to be hydrated may be flooding for someone else.
Do you sandwich and mix a lot?
Oh, definitely. Yes. And I'm a big fan of having a facial spritz as you're like layering on your skincare, especially if you get distracted and you're talking. Like, you want the skin to be like juicy and a little wet before you put on that next layer.
Well, it's kind of like I have eczema, and it's kind of like what they say when you get out of the shower, get out of the bath, put your moisturizer on because it seals it in.
Yeah.
Castor oil packs.
No. anytime I hear about like your organs being detoxed, I'm just immediately. But what do you all believe in the castor oil packs? I mean, it could be relaxing.
I've never done it.
Okay.
I've done it.
It's like it's nice, it's relaxing, but I don't know that it's going to change your
I agree.
internal health.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, but it does help you go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Oh. What about wrapping rubber bands around your ears for an instant facelift?
Absolutely not. Yes. No.
Face taping for overnight lift.
It's just temporary, right?
Yeah.
I have these sleep marks
Okay.
from my pillow that I've got to start figuring out.
Am I meant to see them right now?
Probably, yeah. They're still there.
Okay. I don't see anything. Do you see
we're
anything?
We're filming later now, but in the morning when I wake up, I can see these lines. And I'm like, is it face taping that I need to do? Like, I don't know. I'm going to try to figure it out.
I am really impressed by people that sleep on their back.
Yeah,
I can't.
I can't do it.
I'm a side
I
sleeper.
can't. I'm a side
And I hug
sleeper.
a pillow.
I can't do it. And okay, so for Naked Beauty, I've had the podcast for 10 years. I've interviewed maybe like 400 women about beauty. And I try to figure out what are the common threads I see between people who have excellent skin. And I will say that one common thread is they say that they sleep on their back.
I'm going to have to start sleeping on my back.
I mean, that's my conclusion. That's my takeaway from all these interviews. Like, okay, you all are sleeping on your back and they don't drink.
Okay, yeah.
Often.
That's not happening either.
Very, very limited sugar intake and sleeping on their back and sunscreen every day. I'd say those are like the 4.
I do the sunscreen.
I do
Yes.
the sunscreen. I do not sleep on my back.
We've
got one out of 4.
Are there any trends you tried recently that you're skeptical about at first, but now you kind of get the hype?
The LED light therapy masks, I was skeptical. And then I got one and I found that I used it a lot and I love it. I got the Shark Beauty Cryo.
Me too. I love
and
it.
I love those cooling pads
Me
under
too.
your eyes.
Oh, I haven't tried that one.
Love.
So
But what
good.
about on the flip side? Are there trends that make you cringe every time you see them?
You know, there really aren't. I was thinking of, I've been thinking about this and I feel like people should do what makes them
What
happy.
blows their skirt up?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I hear you.
10 years of Naked Beauty.
Yes.
Like you said, you've interviewed hundreds of incredible women,
Yes.
men, people in our community, not in our community. How has that been? What was it like starting in 2016?
Oh my goodness. People didn't even know what podcasts. I mean, there was like,
Yeah.
how do I listen to a podcast? Where do I find it? So there was a lot of education, just getting people to understand how to listen to a podcast. But to see how much the space has grown is incredible. I feel like there's room for even more podcasts, especially beauty podcasts where you can go deep. I think there's this idea that beauty is very superficial or it's just about like products. And I feel so privileged to be able to spend an hour to go really deep with someone on their personal history, their personal story, and then how beauty is a part of their life. You know, it's like by the time we get to the beauty products, I want my audience to feel like they really know the person. That's why I always start by talking to people about, you know, high school and what their relationship
That's
was
what we
like.
do a lot too.
Yeah.
Just to
Yeah.
kind of, I mean, everybody knows you. So we didn't, you know, but what was it like starting a podcast when
Before
there
other
really
people did.
wasn't a podcast?
Again, like just explaining to people what a podcast was, but also really not thinking about this as like, I'm going to have this like successful show that's going to make money. And the idea of like making money from a podcast was just, it truly was something I was passionate about and something that I wanted to pour my extra time into. I was working at Viacom at the time that I started it. And it was just like, okay, you know, after work, I'm going to just gather my friends. I had a bunch of friends that were beauty editors in New York, and I'm just going to interview them at my living room table. I ordered a mic off of Amazon. I had a friend design the logo artwork, and I just started having these conversations and putting them out and seeing how people responded to them. So it really was a passion project, and it's something that I've just continued to do for all of these years because I love talking to people.
Do you still enjoy it?
Oh, of course. Yeah. And I think the moment you don't enjoy it, then that's like your time to walk away.
You grew up in New York.
Yes.
And what was that? What did that look like?
Gosh, I mean, I didn't realize it at the time how like unique it was to like go to TRL after school, you know, like to grow up in Manhattan. I was a model with Ford models, so I would do like go-sees. I had track practice, swimming practice. I would do go-sees. So I was very much, I think, growing up in New York
Brooke
City.
is 5'10", 5'11", 6 feet.
Oh my God, no.
You're tall, girl. You're a tall
I'm 5'9",
drink of water.
but I'll take 5'10".
Your lines are very long.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I think that growing up in New York City gives you like an awareness of the world at a very young age because you're around people. You're on the streets, you're on the subway. There's not this like okay, like in a book or on TV, I'm going to see all these other people or these other cultures. It's like right there next to you. I think you grow up maybe a little faster. By the time I went to college, it was like very eye-opening to meet people from other parts of the country that were drinking for the first time, in college, and had maybe been a little bit more sheltered than I was growing up in New York, because we didn't have house parties. Like, we went to clubs. I mean, maybe I shouldn't say this, but in high school, we were going to, down to the club, going to Butter on a Monday night.
Oh,
it's crazy.
Butter.
Yeah, house parties are...
Butter, Tenjune, One Oak, like the glory days.
The glory days. The Sex
I had
and the
my
City.
Sweet 16 at Marquee.
Oh my God,
it's amazing.
Have you always loved beauty and fashion?
I always have loved beauty and fashion. I thought I wanted to be in fashion. I was like a back-to-back intern at Vogue. I was like, this is going to be my career. I very quickly learned what the starting salary was at Vogue, and it just was not something that I necessarily felt like was sustainable long-term. My mom was a beauty executive. She was an SVP at Revlon Cosmetics. So I always had an awareness of the beauty industry. She would bring products home. She would talk to me about like the latest marketing campaigns. So I was always very fascinated by beauty and fashion. So I feel like I'm right where I was always meant to be.
And I love your recent work with Refinery. I mean, that is, like we were saying before, it's a
big job.
It's a big job.
It's a big job. Yeah. And, it's Fashion Week now. My team is on the ground. I'm here in LA, but we really thought about, when we were inviting creators to cover the shows, who are the creators that don't traditionally get the invitations and opportunities to be front row? If you simply just go down a list and say, okay, who are the people that have the biggest following? That's not interesting. But who are people that have a different gender identity? Who are people that are differently abled? Who are people that are plus size, who have been frankly ignored by the fashion industry? And how can
for
we
a long time.
For a very long time, how can we use our platform as Refinery29 to get them in the room? And how can we help tell their story by offering our platform?
It's an amazing platform, and I'm so happy.
20 years, it's amazing.
You're a part of it. A beauty rule you totally break.
A beauty rule I totally break. I don't know if it's beauty specifically. Yeah, I mean, I think something that I do that would probably give a lot of people pause is I am not afraid to layer on makeup on existing makeup. Meaning, if I have to go somewhere at 7 p.m. and I did my makeup at 10 a.m., I will simply just put makeup over the 10 a.m. makeup.
Oh yeah. I actually sometimes feel like it looks better.
Right? It's like I don't.
It's like you're emollient enough.
Yes,
like it just melts in together.
Yes. My morning makeup has become my primer now.
Yes, I love that.
I have my bases set for me to layer onto, but I think the traditional advice is you're supposed to wipe the slate and start over again.
No.
I 100% agree. I have this G Beauty spray. It's like a hydration spray that sometimes I'll kind of spray it during the day, kind of reset my makeup, do a little moisturizer instead of redoing it.
Yeah.
What about something you're lazy about in your routine?
Gosh, my mom has such an in-depth oral care routine. When she does, like, we'll be on FaceTime and I'm like, you've literally spent 30 minutes. She does a water floss. She
must have the best teeth ever.
She's got great teeth and she's like obsessive about oral hygiene. But when I talk to, I have my electric toothbrush and floss and that's it. But she's like, that's like not enough. Do you guys do like extensive?
No.
Okay.
We actually yesterday,
Floss
we were talking about flossing and how important it is to floss every day. And actually it's apparently connected to your brain health.
Oh,
which I didn't,
biome.
yeah,
brain
it's
health.
very important.
Don't tell me this.
Yeah, I had no idea. I'm going to be flossing every day.
Yeah.
I don't floss every day.
Do you like living in California?
I love it. It's so different from New York.
How long have you been here now?
3 years now. 3 years.
And what made you've 2 kids, a husband, pack up?
It was just sort of a lifestyle change. My husband and I had been living in New York. We met when I was living in London, but we'd been living in New York for like maybe 8 years. The pandemic happened. We had a 2-year-old during the pandemic. We visited friends of ours that lived out here in LA. We stayed at their place in Beechwood Canyon. We would wake up and like look out at the mountains. This was in January too. We were like, it's nice here. It's warm. I mean, what's today? It's February. It's like a very beautiful sunny day. So we had that experience of like, okay, the weather's great all the time. We're surrounded by nature and we have so much space. So we were like, let's try it. And I feel like I've completely transformed into a California girl in terms of like, I love my Erewhon, I love my Goop Kitchen, I love going on my little hikes, I love my matcha.
Goop Kitchen.
Goop Kitchen. Goop Kitchen is so good.
I had it for the first time today.
What'd you order?
The Chinese chicken salad.
Okay, I think
I did the Harvest Bowl.
Okay, the Harvest Bowl is great. They have a miso salmon box that's great. They have a chicken teriyaki that's wonderful.
It's really well done.
It's so well done.
I know.
No
They're
complaints.
opening in New York, I heard.
That's what I hear.
Because I'm East Coast, so
New Yorkers get ready.
I'm like,
but yeah.
What are your favorite restaurants in California?
Oh goodness. Well, Goop. Can I say Goop Kitchen is my favorite restaurant in LA? Yeah, I mean, I love Goop Kitchen. Yeah. We are very close to Studio City, so there are all of these places.
Amazing.
I think LA is one of these places that you can go into a strip mall and have like the best meal of your life
ever.
And so yes,
Asanebo in a strip mall.
Asanebo's in Studio City, and there's also the original Katsuya. Yes. That's wonderful. It's no frills, but it is some of the best sushi I think I've ever had, and it's just in this
you guys
very
are making me want sushi again tonight.
Unassuming.
Where do you think you're going? What's another 10 years look like for Brooke?
Oh, goodness. How do you all answer this question? Because whenever people ask me, what do the next 5 years look like, 10 years look like? I'm like, oh, gosh, I don't know. I mean, hopefully I'm still doing work that I'm really passionate about at a slower pace. I'm like at 100 miles per hour now. I would love to take it down to like a nice, comfortable cruising. I'm like, what 50? Speed do people drive
55,
at? I still don't know how to
65.
drive. So I can't say I'm a true California girl yet until I get my driver's license, but I will get my driver's license.
Do you have to Uber or to have a car service?
I Uber everywhere.
Oh my God.
But 2026, I'm going to say it right here on Lipstick on the Rim, that is changing. I'm going to get my driver's license this year. I've been taking lessons. But yeah, so hopefully in 10 years I'll be driving.
I love it.
And still doing work that I love and doing it in a way that feels really sustainable, in a way that I can kind of balance my mental and emotional wellness. I think that's the hardest thing for people that are overachievers. You just want to go, go, go. And sometimes
we do.
Yes. And sometimes you just need to sit back with your eye patches and
I know. Exactly.
Relax.
Read a book, have a glass of wine or cocktail.
Have a cocktail, or just do nothing.
Yes, it's hard.
We always ask every guest before they go, if you could give advice to your 10-year-old self, what would it be?
Trust that your interests, the things that you are naturally gravitating towards, are what you were meant to do with your life. The time that you spend poring over magazines, the time that you spend testing makeup in the mirror, the time that you spend talking to people. I used to listen to so much talk radio, NPR as a kid. I would listen to Wendy Williams. She had a show on 107.5 in New York. I would always listen to the radio. I'd listen to people talk. I always loved beauty. So it's like, I'd always watch TV, watch videos. The fact that I've found myself in this media career doing a podcast is no accident. The things that you're interested in when you're younger, that's what you're meant to do.
Yeah.
You're amazing.
Oh, thank you all so much. This was so much
your
fun.
Podcast.
So nice.
Make sure and follow Brooke DeVard. She has the Naked Beauty podcast. Follow her family. You guys are incredible. And, I've followed you for a very, very long time. And I think, how you look at beauty, how you look at fashion, wellness, it's really incredible. You go deep, you don't go surface. And we're really lucky for that.
Thank you all so much. And I love the work that you all do. And I hope that we get to hang out together
in Austin.
Yes.
Aww. All right. Well,
it's another week.
Wrap on Lipstick on the Rim. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to Lipstick on the Rim with Molly Sims and my ride or die, Emese Gormley. We are so excited to bring you guys along on this journey with us. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok at Lipstick on the Rim and at Molly B. Sims. Or you can go to my blog where you can dive just a little bit deeper into my favorite products, trends, and more at mollysims.substack.com. And don't forget to check out our video episodes on my YouTube channel, Molly Sims. This podcast is a production with Sony Music. I wanted to give a special thanks to my team, Rosie Cummings, Kenna Ryan, Safine Kevorkian, and everyone at Sony Music. Don't forget to listen and follow wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss out on the fun.